Welcome to Dr. Jester Rants, and I'm gonna rant about this. From The Independent, Warner Bros. In talks with JKROWLING about Harry Potter TV series. Each season of the series will be based on one of the 7 books, report says. Well, sure, that's not bad news. It's okay. It means maybe leave the movies alone, but then again, it also means that it could be considered a reboot. It also means that it may include stuff that was in the books and it wasn't on the movies. But it also could mean that it's added a new stuff that is not on the books. But I think the biggest concern that I have here, unlike a certain type of demographic, is Hermione. Why? She was white as fuck in the book. But suddenly, 2015, give or take, you know what? Let's go and take a look. In 2015... Was it? Yes, in 2015, here on Geeks and Gamers, written by Laura in Collector. She did a spectacular job on this one. Why changing the race of Hermione Granger is virtual signaling, and it is virtual signaling. As you can see here, it's been a decade since the last Harry Potter film premiered back in 2011. And the last book came out 15 years ago in 2007, yet in 2022 is still one of the most popular fandoms. Back in 2015, Harry Potter J.K. Rowling announced that the new play Harry Potter and the Cursed Child would open the following year in London, England. Soon after, the casting list was announced, and people were surprised that the actors playing Hermione Granger would be Noma Dumewee, a black woman. Now, if Hermione has always been a black person, this wouldn't have been a problem to anyone, as she was already an established character. This is the Hermione on the play. Fascinating, isn't it? Prior to the film's even being in development, J.K. Rowling had drawn multiple sketches, similar for one example, featuring Gryffindor students from left to right: Neville, Ron, Harry, Hermione, and Gary, which was apparently replaced with the later name changed to Dean Thomas before publication. Dean Thomas was described as a black boy in the very first book. Yes, and you can actually see here in the drawing. Here, he has a bit of a shade on his face. Even the hair shows it, that he is black. Meanwhile, Hermione, Harry, what was it? Ron and Neville were all white as fucktards. Right. J.K. Rowling purposely shades in Gary to show that he is indeed black. Hermione is not shaded in at all and is the same shade as Neville, Ron, and Harry. The sketch was released worldwide and posted on her official website back in 2004. The site has since been revamped. In addition, J.K. Rowling had said in 1999 that she based Hermione loosely on her younger self, and that Emma Watson was the perfect Hermione because she was Hermione. Unless J.K. Rowling is now identifying as a black woman Ixen of color Ixen, she refers to Hermione as being white. This proves that prior to the woke trend, Hermione was always white in J.K. Rowling's mind. It's called virtual signaling, and J.K. Rowling is it's one of those far leftists that it's annoying, but at least she is not completely cuckoo. But before I continue, here's a trailer for my book.
personified. We are immortal, we are legend, we are God's wrath made manifest, and we know no fear.
Alright, so, go and check it out. It's definitely not woke. Anyway, where was I? Oh, right. It's all about virtue signaling, because she's a far leftist, but not entirely insane. So she decided, oh, let's me virtual signals. And did that. We all know the shit show. Even her book itself doesn't even mention the color of her skin. But, well, some people actually swallowed it up with hook, sinker, line, and rod, and the fisherman. Sorry, fisherwoman Nixon. So, continuing, in 2000, no one would have blinked an eye at a black Hermione, so might have been a bit surprised as they didn't picture her as black, but within a week, no one would have cared. However, this didn't happen, and an overwhelming majority of the fans enjoyed Emma Watson and Hermione. Anyone can relate to the character regardless of their color or creed. Not today anymore. Apparently now all you require are what the person carries between their legs and the skin and the color of the skin, and who they choose to fuck. Right. Even the lazy co-workers you despise will have something in common with you. But for some strange reason, oh yeah, even that lazy writer, now technically in this case it's not a lazy writer, but even that cool writer you despise will have something in common with you. It's her opinion about transgenders. Anyway, but there's some strange reason in today's entertainment, race, gender, sexuality are the only features that make up a character. That is their sole identification. Correct. After 8 films of Emma Watson as Hermione Granger, it was shocking to see anyone else play Hermione, let alone someone of a completely different race. And now Rowling states that she never mentioned Hermione's skin color. She tweeted back in 2015 that Hermione had brown eyes, frizzy hair, and was very clever. However, she did in fact mention Hermione's skin color on several occasions, like she was pale. But before I continue, or maybe continuing, anyway, it is from Deadline, Harry Potter TV series for HBO Max, inching closer to reality with JKROWLING in talks to produce. Warner Bros. In talks with Rowling to join the project as a producer. Once she comes on board, the project, which is in nascent stages, is expected to look for a writer. As first reported by Bloomberg, the general idea is for each season of the potential TV series to focus on the book Harry Potter, don't care. Moving on. With mining of the Harry Potter IP identified as a priority, that's exactly what David Zaslav is doing. They are going to mine it. They are going to milk it until the teats run dry. Anyway, multiple times with Rowling has spoken up in support of the author who has been involved in an ongoing controversy over her comments on transgender issues, which, surprisingly enough, it's a nothing burger. A nothing fucking burger. Well, anyway. A controversial author will involve in the series to ensure that it remains loyal to her original material. Joy, ha! Well, so there's a chance she may end up being black. But here, well, no, this one. Here is something that I like to point out. The absolute freaks are freaking out. Yes, they are indeed freaking out. Thanks to Master of the TDS for collecting these examples for our perusement. Alright. So, Harry Potter was the 9/11 of literature, and we need to put a stop to J.K. Rowling and her devious activities that caused this. Oh my. The cast of supporters Rants and JKROWLING loses it. Can we please stop giving J.K. Rowling more attention and give this idea to a book series author that isn't openly transphobic? I get HBO is starving for content they can milk for years, but Harry Potter really... with J.K. Rowling is as radioactive as she has ever been. And Deadly Hallows Part 2 came out like it's 7 minutes ago. Oh, let this die in peace. No one wants this anymore. J.K. Rowling ruined it for everyone and now he needs to go away. Okay, the idea to make it a series of title clever, but I cannot endorse any product with the intention of shoveling money into the pockets of J.K. Rowling. Let's try more.
It's very important to separate art from the artist when it comes to Harry Potter franchise. Yes, J.K. Rowling is perhaps the most evil children's book author alive. But we can't forget that the idea of Harry Potter and its beautiful show is absolutely so gas.
How fucked up is it that Warner Brothers have these very alphabet shows and then they still want to fucking market J.K. Rowling and like, get the fuck out of here. What's that? Something from J.K. Rowling is raining. Is that she's deaf and a horrible person? That should be the only thing discussed with her. Everyone unblocked J.K. Rowling unblocked me. I can resume calling her a deaf. That retroactively makes the characters LGBT, but dropped it C because it does support that for the cast grab and free publicity. Let's try this one.
J.K. Rowling can remove Daniel Radcliffe as the face of the franchise. At least that's my thing for Hot Terry. J.K. Rowling is the literal only time I would be 100% okay with the creator losing the rights of their creation.
Oh, that's interesting. Just because you don't subscribe to the same ideology as the author, or the author doesn't subscribe to your ideology, you are willing to take out their rights of the product they created because you are just goddamn fucking triggered like you're a goddamn fucking... Fuck that. Anyway, the last two.
Every time I have to see transphobic J.K. Rowling leather wallet face, ugly doo-doo smiling cow on my timeline, I lose 10 years of fuck Hogwarts Legacy 2.
Jesus Christ. That one was actually painful to read. That read like a child writing, like a 7-year-old child trying to come up with insults. That's how bad it was. Right, let's try the other one.
It'd be more if it weren't for the fact that J.K. Rowling had such a big views. If only she would have opened her heart towards people instead of shunning trans people. She lost her way. She can't even see how much of a villain she acts like.
Well, don't worry. She has costed trillions of lives. With the net total 0 of people who died on her hands. Or the most violent game ever made, Hogwarts Legacy, with a total body count of 0 as well. Amazing, isn't it? But despite me not being much of a fan of the Harry Potter franchise, it will be far more interesting seeing how these people react. Anyway, on that goddamn fucking hell, have a great fucking night.